Judd Zolgad, Jeff Dubé, Judd and Dubé show just wrapping up. Jeffrey, Viking Vent Line. A bizarre Vikings game today. 23-20, the Vikings in overtime after a missed field goal, a penalty. All hell broke loose at the Dome. 23-20, the Vikings win. Third win of the season. Nice camera work so far.
So what do you think? One shot. Look at that. I can do one shot.
Get my twins hoodie.
No, I'm going to get you in a minute.
What? It's all about you.
Bizarre game. This was a crazy overtime game. All right, let's just do this. We'll just go back.
I'm joking.
Get back in the shot.
All right, thanks.
Vikings in overtime. Just a bizarre game, bizarre win. I don't even know what to say about this game. It was brilliant. It was brutal. It was everything in between. To me, the two key moments, and I hate to celebrate injury, but Ponder going out of the game with a concussion, and Chris Cook getting ejected out of the game for being an idiot and a bleep hole. I mean, getting those two guys out of the game, at the time of the Cook ejection, you were down by 10, and you were looking dead in the water. And there's no doubt that getting Castle in the game gave this team a chance to win. It gave some life to the offense. How about that 4th and 11 in the fourth quarter, Judd, when you're down, you're down by 3, and you're throwing the ball out of your own end zone, 4th and 11. I mean, you're hanging by a thread.
Well, I would say, in my opinion, the injury to Ponder, which brought Castle in, showed you why Castle should be playing. He's not a great quarterback, but you know what? When I watch him play, it looks like, for the most part, most of the time, I'm watching an NFL quarterback who's not in over his head unless he's asked to run a draw near the goal line, which is on the offensive coordinator. But didn't you think that what Matt Castle brought was a level of, I don't know, he seemed to bring a level of calm. He seemed to bring a level of being able to find Greg Jennings. Greg Jennings was MIA. He has been MIA, and all of a sudden, you have a change of quarterbacks, and Matt Castle can find him. I'm convinced it's because Ponder wants Greg Jennings to get set and like this for every catch. And Castle knows, I got to throw the ball, and Jennings will get there. There's just things I'm not saying Castle's great. Castle's not the long-term answer, but I just felt like it was a competent NFL quarterback playing when he got in.
And isn't that what Castle typically does bring? I mean, he doesn't dazzle. He doesn't he doesn't go for 500 or anything, but 5 touchdowns.
No.
But he just looks comfortable. I mean, he looks like he gets it. He looks like he has a feel for it. He just looks professional. I mean, he gives him a professional effort. He gives him a professional effort at quarterback, which they don't typically get.
He doesn't look like he's a deer in the headlights, which is where Ponder goes to. When things go bad for Christian, look at the first quarter, Jeff. And this isn't all Ponder's fault. What was the stat I gave you? Minus 18 yards passing with sacks included. I think Ponder passed for 6 yards in the first quarter, 34 in the second, and got hurt late in the half and got taken out. But the Vikings looked awful in that first half. They looked like they didn't have a clue. The first quarter was, I would say, embarrassing.
It was. It was embarrassing. Yeah, it was. It was completely inept. I mean, the offensive line was awful. I mean, Matt Khalil looked like a spectator in the first quarter. I mean, just Charles Johnson got absolutely abused on one of the sacks. I mean, the offensive line looked awful, but I got to believe part of this, too, is that Ponder just does not make quick enough reads, doesn't make quick enough decisions. He puts his line in bad positions, I think.
You've got to get rid of the football.
Yes, in the National Football League.
It's
all about rhythm. Yeah, it's all about getting rid of it.
But it makes sense that Ponder does that, because where do we contend Ponder's the most uncomfortable? In the pocket.
Yeah.
Basically, Christian Ponder, what should be his office, is the worst place he can be.
He gets restless. There's no doubt about it.
He gets paranoid. He gets restless. He has no idea where he is. Mm-hmm. He has pocket presence.
Yep.
It's a cliched word by now, or a cliched phrase, but it's true.
Yep.
He has no pocket presence. Castle does. Do you really think in your heart of hearts that Christian Ponder could have led that late drive?
No, he could not.
Down.
The 4th and 11.
That ball would have gone sailing. That ball. So Chris Cook gets ejected.
Yes.
Chris Cook's got to be gone.
Awful.
Right. This is it. This is the last of his contract. No, I know.
Yeah.
But after that, people are tweeting still. Oh, he'll come back as a backup. No, Chris Cook has no future here.
No.
The guy who does, let's talk about a positive in the secondary, Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah, he was good.
If this guy doesn't start the rest of the season, I don't care if Josh Robinson comes back at 150%. Xavier Rhodes has to start the rest of the season, and Xavier Rhodes looks like he is a legitimate first-round pick and a good pick.
Yeah, and
to me, he looked really good.
It seems to me that they're doing some things differently defensively, though. It seems like he's getting the opportunity to get up on the line of scrimmage and get in somebody's face, play a physical man-up, man-to-man coverage. I mean, I don't see a lot of Tampa 2. I don't see a lot of zone. Don't you see him manned up on? They say take the best receiver and stay there.
But welcome to good coaching.
Well,
isn't good coaching adjusting your scheme to what your guys do?
Yeah, you got a good physical man-to-man cover guy. You should use him that way.
And Cook, at his best, that's what Cook could have been. He's not.
Close up.
Oh, it's like House of Pancakes, John Candy.
Close up.
Pancakes? But if you look at Cook, that's what he should have been. He's not. But these guys should have been physical man corners, and they've always been used in the wrong way. And now if Xavier Rhodes is being used right, then I'm glad someone went in someone's office and said, what the hell are we doing?
Yep.
Let's finish up with this one.
Okay.
Red Allison. I feel bad for the guy. The face mask might have been questionable, might not have been.
It was accidental, but he did have it. Okay. He got his fingers in there.
To my point, that's on him. He was called for a face mask that nullified the first overtime field
Yes.
goal by Blair Walsh.
Yes.
Then they tried a 50-plus yarder, didn't make it, and then they got lucky because Robbie Gould, a.k.a.
Robbie Gould. Oh, Lou Groza. The
Groza.
greatest kicker ever. Ask Tom Brenneman.
Yeah, so then he missed, and then the Vikings came back and won it. But Red Ellison was set up to fail by being thrown a pass near the goal line that he tipped up in the air on that drive, and that the Bears intercepted, and at the time it looked like the game was not going to go the Vikings' way. What are you doing throwing that pass from Matt Castle
I know. Yeah.
to Red Ellison?
Yeah.
Jennings.
You got Jennings. Carlson. Guys with size.
You've got guys who have the. Red Ellison is a nice blocker.
Yeah.
Why are you throwing him the football in that situation?
I throw it to Felton first, for God's sake.
Oh, I would have thrown it to Jerome Felton too.
Yeah, anybody.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Explain
I'll explain it to you. Well, I'll explain it to you. Musgrave is an idiot. Musgrave is a moron.
Let's wrap it up with this. Your guess when, if this is a big if Ponder passes the concussion protocols, your guess, let's say Thursday. The coach gets up there and says, I haven't decided on a quarterback, or I have, and it's Christian Ponder.
If Ponder passes the protocols, I don't see what removes him from this lineup. I mean, because he's sucked all year and he's still been the starter. I think that they're all hopeful that he doesn't pass the protocols so they can play Castle. I don't think we're going to see
They purposely might just say, don't even.
I'm a sneeze.
Oh, see, great camera.
Oh,
You got it away.
No, now I'm back.
Hey, it's the station logo. Because
I think it's Ponder unless
I don't
he
put
can't
it past. I don't put it past him to start Ponder.
I agree.
My guess is he can't go, but my guess is if he can go, we might have. I'm done saying he's not going to start.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I've declared it before. It's done for him.
Yep.
Next week he starts.
I'm with you. But the video's dangerously long at this
All right,
point.
let's get down here. Zolga, Dubé, listen to us. Judd and Dubé, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. weekdays. Jeff.
Yes.
On. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Get your head out of the way.
Move
your head. Move your head. Now move your. There it is.